Hello and welcome back to the Common Man Review. This week we will be reviewing Scream here with myself, Andrew. I got my two co-hosts, Trevor and JC. Say what's up.
How's it going, everybody?
What's up, guys?
So, do you like scary movies?
Eh.
I'm not a huge horror movie guy. I love this movie. It's not that scary.
No.
Yeah,
I think it's a great scary movie. I like it. I've seen it multiple times. I like it.
I personally did not like this film. I thought it was not scary. I thought it was boring. I just don't know. I thought it was too funny at times. If it's supposed to be a scary movie, it felt like Scary Movie, like the actual movie Scary Movie. I don't know.
I think it's perfectly corny.
Yeah.
It's super corny. And I mean, they even joke about it in the movie, how it's everything has to follow the horror movie rules and stuff. They talk about it and they do it. I think it's perfectly corny. I don't know. I like it.
I'm a big fan of this movie. I really enjoyed it personally. Yeah, I just kept thinking about Scary Movie when I was watching it. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was funny to watch.
Yes.
I liked the. I wouldn't consider it more of a horror movie. I'd say it's a slasher just because it's just
Agreed.
blood and
I
killing
Yeah, it's just
the whole
blood.
time.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm a big fan of slasher films. I think they're pretty dope.
Agreed.
I really like I love the opening scene. The chick picks up the phone and she's the guy goes, "Do you like scary movies? What's your favorite scary movie?"
You sound like such a creep. What's your favorite movie?
It's so funny.
Who's the actress? Drew Barrymore?
Oh yeah.
The girl
Yeah.
from E.T., the little girl?
Yeah.
That was her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recognize that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I thought it was really funny, the dialogue in the movie. Just the whole dialogue was really funny. Especially from the killer point of view, the killers. They had that little voice changer, made it sound real a little raspy.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Raspy, a
That was
little
pretty
bit
funny.
more mysterious.
You know,
Yeah,
one thing I liked about this movie too was the references to other previous scary movies. Did you guys see some of that within the movie?
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool. It was just like, we respect those movies. They're an influence on this movie. You know, let's have it in here. I don't know.
Yeah,
I found that pretty cool.
Halloween, Friday the 13th,
Mm-hmm.
Nightmare on
The
Elm Street. They
janitor,
mention all those.
janitor
yes.
looks like Mike Myers.
Yeah.
I had that
was
written down.
perfect. That was great.
If only they had the real William Shatner doing it. That would have been even funnier.
If only. If
So
only.
raggedy Will Shatner, dude. But
speaking of masks, that mask, iconic.
It's iconic.
I think one of the more iconic masks.
Yeah, it's the Scream mask, the Michael Myers mask, and the Jason mask. It's the three icons
The
of
big three.
the horror slasher genre.
For sure.
I thought it was funny how Drew Barrymore, I forget the chick's character's name in the movie, but she when they're talking about Halloween on the phone, she goes, "Yeah, the guy in the white mask running around killing babysitters," and I'm like, "Well, you look like one of those babysitters that's about to get murdered."
Yeah, that's you.
It was super funny. I thought it was wild how they didn't just kill those people in the beginning of the movie, but they disemboweled them completely.
They
Like,
fucked them up, gutted them,
Crazy shit.
fully
Gutted
Crazy
them.
stuff.
and just fully gutted them. Wild.
Yeah, textbook psychopathic killer shit right there.
One thing in that scene and like that whole like opening like murder, when she's outside and her parents come home and they walk
Oh.
right by her, she obviously can't talk. She was just getting choked. She could have easily just thrown the phone in the vicinity of them to get their attention and been like, "Hey, look at me! I'm about to die."
I'm
Instead, you
getting
just
involved.
kind of stood there. You could have easily just thrown something.
Nah, no way. She got stabbed in the neck, and she was bleeding out. There's no way she could have mustered up the strength to throw something like that. She was bleeding out, stabbed in the neck, stabbed in the
All she
chest.
has
Yeah,
to do
she
is
was
just
slaughtered,
toss
dude.
it towards the like the I guess the deck or wherever they were. You just gotta make some noise. You gotta throw whatever you can do, and she lives. Or
I thought it was
her and both
kind
the
of
parents
wild.
also.
I thought it was kind of wild how short of a time span it took the man to hang her up and tie her to the tree
Yes.
compared to when the parents went inside and were on the phone and then came outside. I feel like it would be a lot harder to hang a dead body from a tree, and it would take a lot longer.
To take the body to the tree, gut it, and then get it up there and leave. In
And
that
he's
sort
good
of
at his
time,
job. He's good at his job. I
guy's
guess.
just a killer.
Just to kill it.
Found his career path.
I
Guy's just an
found that
killer.
scene really like whoa, you know, that type of moment, like when she was hanging from the tree. I'm like, damn, this guy's really like evil. He really
Just
likes to
like
kill.
shit. It's just shit.
That was a
That
crazy
must
scene.
feel so weird though. Imagine getting a weird ass phone call like that, and someone's just like asking you all these questions, and they're like, "What's your name?" And you want to answer and go, "Well, I want to know who I'm looking at." That line freaks me out every time I hear it. I'm like, "Whoa, just
Yeah.
whoa."
Then she's like,
Wild.
what? And it's like, I
Wild.
want to know who I'm talking to.
Huh? She's like, "No, that back up. That's not what you said."
That's definitely not what you said.
Sketchy shit.
That would just be so. I'd be so scared to be like on the other end of that call. Someone's just like, "I want to know who I'm looking at." Like, get the fuck out of here with that. I don't want that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But
So the what was the main character's name? I forget already.
Sydney?
Sydney?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
I forgot already.
Sick,
I watched this
buddy.
movie a couple hours ago and I already forgot the name.
Sick.
I forget all the characters' names in every movie. But
I do that sometimes.
yeah,
It
Sydney.
It
happens.
happens. Yeah, it happens.
So I thought when she punched Gale Weathers right in the face,
Oh,
that was
dude.
awesome.
Mike Tyson right hooks her to the temple, dude. She just blows her up, dude.
Down and out.
Hysterical.
Down and out.
Hilarious.
But I
He
thought
just
see, I was really skeptical. Not skeptical, that's not the right word. When Billy showed up right after the killer was in Sydney's home, I was like, huh.
Real weird timing.
Yeah,
Real
that's
weird
it's
timing.
just
bad timing, dude.
weird.
Bad.
When the cell phone fell out, I'm like, that's gotta be him. But then they pull it in the other direction and they're like, oh yeah, he can't be the killer. His cell phone didn't make those calls. Because so this was my first time watching the movie completely through. So I didn't know what happened at the end. I was watching it with fresh eyes, essentially. And so I really thought it was him at first. And then for the rest of the movie, I was like, huh. So it's not him. So now I was just thrown for a loop.
Yeah, the whole time
Yeah.
you just don't know. They keep thinking you know who it is, and then something happens, and it just takes that person out. Every single character had a little. It could have been them, and then nah, it's gonna be someone else because they
Totally.
had an alibi for this. Every
Totally.
character had that.
Totally, dude.
Every character had that.
Oh
But
yeah, for
nah,
sure.
Billy, the boyfriend, he was real creepy. He was real weird from the start. He was just
Oh yeah, he
weird.
struck me as a creep.
He was just
Me
weird
too, yeah. Whack job.
as a person. Real weird. But I don't know. He's always giving her weird eyes and saying weird shit to her.
And who was the friend? The guy who played fucking Shaggy in the Scooby Doo
Yo, I
movie.
had that written down too. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I had that in my notes.
I
Dude, I
knew he
love
looked
that guy.
familiar. He does play Shaggy.
He's in the Scooby. Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Plays a great Shaggy. Plays
But
a
he was
fantastic
but in
Shaggy.
this movie too. He was weird, man.
Yeah, he was
He
a real
was
fucking
extremely
weirdo in this
weird.
movie.
He seemed
Oh,
like he
his
had.
character is definitely weird.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Stu was Billy and Stuart, the only two names I really remember. There's a couple more I remember, but Stu, yeah, he was a real weird guy off the get go. With the blonde, I was like, this guy's just a creep,
Oh yeah.
and I pegged him
Yeah.
as one of the possible dudes. The way he was just acting throughout the whole movie, just because you can tell there was something not right in his head, just the way he acted and spoke.
He was just a
He
little
acted
too crazy.
so weird, dude. So weird.
Yeah. He was a little oddball. A little out there.
Yeah. So the scene in the school with the killer really confused me. When I was watching it, I was like, how? So when Sydney was in the bathroom and she heard the girl shit talking her and stuff, um, after they left, uh, the killer in the bathroom, I was like, how the fuck does that killer get into the bathroom at
Yeah,
the
like, how
school?
does that
Because
happen?
at that point, I was like, well, it has to be someone she goes to school with, or it would have to be Dewey.
Yeah, it would have to be someone that could just walk in there without question.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, for the majority of the movie, I really thought Dewey was the killer.
I remember thinking that too when I first watched it. The first time I watched it, I remember being like, Dewey's a little sus. Like he's a little sus.
Yeah,
Couldn't
just because he's
figure out why it would be him, but he was just acting weird. He was always in the wrong spot.
Was he
yeah,
the one
Just
who
like
worked at the video store?
no, Dewey
no,
was the deputy.
Dewey was the cop. He was
Cop.
the
Oh
Sydney's
yeah,
friend's brother.
yeah.
Deputy. Yeah. Yeah,
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 the
he was
cop.
always just kind of in the wrong spot, wrong time.
yeah, so he was kind of a weirdo to begin. His character, just a weirdo in general, a little off. But the way everybody would just constantly shit on him, I really thought that because that's good motive
He
there.
just snapped. Yeah, he
Just
just
having everybody
snapped.
shitting on him all the time, I thought he would have been the killer. I thought that would have made a lot of sense. Um, I'm glad it didn't end up going that way, just for
Yeah.
the story's sake.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I really thought he was the killer, especially so the scene in the bathroom. You see the boots, and all the police were wearing those boots as well. So I
Yeah,
was like,
they show you. I think it was the sheriff. He goes to like stomp on his cigarette, and it shows you his boot, and it's the same thing. Yeah,
yeah, I saw
that's
that. And I was like, that clicked in my brain. I was like, that has to be Dewey. There's no doubt about it. And I was very wrong.
very much wrong.
Very.
That's the one thing that like, why did they have the boots on then? Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I guess the kids just like wearing boots.
1996.
I
Who
think
knows?
it's just to make you think. Yeah, make you think it was Dewey or the sheriff.
Yeah. But so the best part, my favorite part of the whole movie,
I
it
know where
was
this is going.
So I really like this. It happened twice. The first time it happened, you only hear the beat of this song. So the song starts playing, and I was like, "Wow, this is the Peaky Blinders intro song, the Red Right Hand." And then
Yup.
like
Yup.
15 minutes later, they ended up playing
Played again
the
with the
actual
words
part
this time.
where he's going like the Red Right Hand. I loved the Peaky Blinders. That
Bum.
intro just had things going for me.
Oh, it's so
I had
good,
my
dude.
emotions
You
running
hear it
high
come
at
in.
that point. Yeah,
Ah,
that got me super invested at that point. So I
made
was
me
like,
so happy. Totally forgot. Like watching it, the first time I watched this movie was way before I watched Peaky, so I didn't think anything of it. Obviously, when I watched Peaky, didn't remember that it was in this movie, and then watching it today, I caught off guard. Made me so happy. That theme's one of my favorite show themes. That song is so good. It's so good.
yeah, there's only a handful of other intro songs that really strike me. That would be the Sons of Anarchy intro and the Sopranos intro, just because those are two more of my favorite shows of all time. Those are actually my top three. So it just kind of
Sure.
brings emotion to me. But I was so happy when that played.
Ah, so good. I wanted to bring something up. I wanted to ask you guys something. Back to the girl in the bathroom who's shit talking her. But I mean that's the '90s, and even before that, did cheerleaders really wear their uniforms to school? Was that a thing? 'Cause, I mean, she was in like a cheerleader like uniform. Did they actually wear their uniforms to school like back in the day?
I guess
Probably. I can definitely see it.
I don't know. I've always seen that in movies and been like, huh, is that
You
real?
see
Because like,
that
I couldn't
happening a
imagine like,
lot in like '90s and '80s movies, you know?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, but like, I want to know like if that's real or not. Because I feel like, imagine back in high school if the girls that were on the cheerleaders, if they were just walking around in school with
with the
their uniform on, like, I'd be like, huh, weird, different, interesting.
I don't know. I mean, athletes still do that. I mean, I don't know about now with all this COVID shit going on, but I know previously, back when we were in high school, athletes would wear their
we
jerseys
did.
to school all the time. We did. So
We
I
did on
guess,
like special game day.
But
yeah, but the
like,
football team
don't
Yeah.
would
get me
wear it
wrong,
like
she was wearing a
just above
full
it.
outfit. She was like
Yeah.
ready to
She's in
go.
like full on uniform.
She's ready to go,
I remember some lax kids coming in their shorts and jerseys,
man.
Yeah,
full
because they're
uniform,
lax
ready to
kids
go.
and they're weird.
Hey,
Because lax kids are fucking weird.
I know I'm weird. Shut up.
Whatever.
Don't have to attack me like that.
Weirdo. But I thought it was funny when they had an old video store. Remember those?
I do. I used to go to
Dude,
the video store
Blockbuster.
once a week and I would rent video games.
Me too. I would hide them. I'd hide them if we were getting a movie. I'd be like, "Hey, Dad, can I get this video game too?" He'd be like, "No, like next week." I would hide it somewhere, and it would still be there the next week. Me and Caitlin would do it all the time, and we would get movies and video game stuff because we would just hide them and be like, "All right, Dad's still here."
That's amazing.
Damn, remember those old
Smart man.
videos?
Smart man.
Damn,
The video store.
damn.
Netflix running them out of business.
Literally, literally. Then that Redbox came around. Fuck that.
Even with Redbox, there's still video stores around.
Yeah.
Once we had all those streaming platforms, just kind
Yeah,
of useless
Yeah,
at that
dude.
point.
Sad.
yeah.
Times change though.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's still one Blockbuster that you can actually rent on Airbnb.
Yeah, it's an Airbnb. I saw that. Yeah.
Real.
It's in like
Yeah, there's a
California, right?
Blockbuster you can some way. I don't know where,
Yeah.
but I know there is a Blockbuster that you can rent out for whatever nostalgic festivities you'd like to
Is
enjoy.
there obviously still all like the aisles there with all the movies and everything? It's just there. You can just stay there though.
There's probably no movies.
Damn, they should have kept it like looking like a
Yeah,
real
nice TV
like
though.
a real
I doubt they kept all the
blockbuster.
movies in there.
Who cares? They're probably old movies anyway.
But speaking of the video store, Randy, I believe the guy's name was that worked at the video store.
Yes,
So
him.
I think
one
so.
thing,
Yeah, he was the other
I
friend.
really thought that he looked like Seth Green. I was looking at him, I was like, he looks exactly like Seth
He
Green.
did, dude. He did.
It's so funny.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
He was one of the guys that gave me a suspicion.
Yeah, me too. Especially with how in depth into horror movies
Yep.
and slasher films he
He
was.
knew
He knew
everything.
everything. And he was sitting
He was
there.
the one always saying about the rules and all that.
Yeah, and he knew it was Billy. He was like, it's definitely him. There's no way it's not.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah.
did.
He was
call
calling
it
that
out.
from the beginning.
He's calling it. Yeah.
He was saying that
Yeah.
from the start.
Even after the encounter with Billy and Stu in the movie store, he was like, he looks like a killer. Just look at him. Like,
It just looks like a killer.
And then later they ask him like, "How do we know you're not the killer? You know all of this. You know how to go
he's like,
about
yeah, but
killing."
what motive would I have?
What motive?
And Billy says how it's the 90s. There's no need for a motive. But he did have a motive. He really did. Stu, on
He
the
had a
other hand, I
motive.
don't
Stu
believe
had no motive.
he was just in it for the ride because he wanted to do some fuck shit.
He said at the end, he was like, I don't know, I'd probably say peer pressure because I'm not strong will wise. Said something like that. Said something about peer pressure. I was like, that's not. You could not peer pressure me into going around and killing people.
Having a murder spree, murdering all of my buddies. What? Having a murder spree in general, but you're murdering all the people you hang out with.
Yeah, exactly. You're murdering everybody that you hang out with, and like the school principal died. You basically beat the shit out of your friend's father. Sick. I couldn't even fathom. Yeah, he's trying to kill his own girlfriend, which doesn't really.
Does that not ring bells to anyone? This man's a psycho.
Yeah, that's not
fact
good.
of having the pleasure of killing people like what? What is going on here? No,
just killing people.
Like you're literally picking kids off of your own friend group. That doesn't make sense.
That's horrible.
No, you would think those are the people you wouldn't kill.
Exactly. I wouldn't want to kill my friend group. The fuck?
I mean, even nowadays, people joke around saying, "Oh, let me befriend the really sus kids in school just in case they pull up." But I guess they don't care. At least that's what they portrayed in this movie.
Yeah.
But it's the lack of empathy. Psychopaths.
Definitely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about how one of them died. Real quick. The friend, Tatum. Moron. Absolute moron. What makes you think that A, you'll be able to fit through the cat door in the garage on the bottom of the garage door?
For real though.
I could never be like, yeah, no, I'll fit through that cat door. Sick. And then like you obviously aren't gonna fit through. If you're gonna fit through, it's gonna be a little bit of a struggle. So either your bottom half is just gonna get the killer's gonna grab you from the back, or he can open the fucking garage and you're gonna get decapitated. You're an idiot. Like that was so stupid.
I thought the way she died was super funny with the
That
garage
was
super
door
funny
like
because
that,
it's just
breaking her
It was
neck,
so
and
funny.
stuff.
It's just
It was
so
hysterical.
moronic to be like, I'm gonna go through the cat door and get out of here.
I would like to know which one of them killed her. Whether it was Billy or Stu.
I'm gonna assume Billy.
Me too. I was assuming Billy, but I mean, you do have no clue because we saw Stu. She was getting beers for Stu, and he was sitting on the couch.
I think.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, because Stu.
It's a
Yeah,
point.
he was inside and Billy, you hadn't seen Billy at the party to that point. You hadn't seen him yet.
Yeah, no,
It
because he
wasn't
pulled
until
up
people
at the end.
started leaving because of curfew,
Mm-hmm.
and then Billy comes around the corner into the doorway, and she's already dead by then.
And
She
then he
was like
goes
she was the
upstairs.
first one to die at that like party.
Yeah.
And then doesn't he go upstairs with his girl?
Yeah, he goes upstairs with Sydney
Yeah.
to go talk and then have some fun.
Yeah.
It's all
They
about the
bang.
timing, people. It's all
Yeah,
about the time.
and then him and the
He
first
ripped
time I
that
watched
chastity
it,
belt
first time I watched it, when the killer comes into the room where they're sitting and starts like stabbing Billy, I was like, damn, I guess Billy is innocent.
Yeah,
then-
me too.
And then that just gets flipped on you real quick at the end. But I remember being like actually shocked the first time I watched it. I was like, damn. I thought he was about his shit again. Like I thought he was all right. Killer.
like-
Nope.
Killer.
Like, if it's not him, who is this guy?
I was like, damn, who is it gonna be?
Who is it?
I was like, huh.
Oh, I just remembered. So the first scene where the killer was at Sydney's house, she was on the phone with the killer saying, "Oh, I'll just leave through the front door." Like in the horror movies, they always run up the stairs. I'll just leave through the front door. And she ended up running up the stairs. And I was like, she literally just said this 2 minutes ago. Oh, she's really running up the stairs at this point. She can't get out the back door.
I was like,
But
you
it
idiot.
baffled me that she didn't even try climbing out of her window when the night before Billy climbed through
Billy
that window.
climbed in through the window. Just
So she
climbed
couldn't just climb
physically.
out of it.
Just exactly. Just
I thought about that and I was like, that would just be the easy move if you're really just trying to get away.
yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But she
Part
got
of the
away.
movie.
The killer got away.
No. I thought it was a baller move in that scene when he's like, "Oh, like I'm at your front door," and she goes, "Nah, I'll call your bluff," and just walks right outside. Doesn't give a fuck. She's just
Like a
like,
savage.
You're full of bullshit." Walks right outside. Nothing wrong. And she's like, "Yeah, what am I doing? What am I doing?" Like starts pecking her nose to see if he can really see her. I was like, "Damn, that's just a baller ass move right there."
She had balls. Balls to
Dude's
steal.
literally gonna kill you, and you're just like, "I'll call his bluff."
Large balls, dog.
Just meh. Meh. Call a bluff.
Yeah. The way Gale Weathers seduced Dewey, so funny. Obviously,
good old Dewey.
young little Dewey probably gets no attention from the females. Then you have Courtney Cox in her prime. Too easy. Too easy.
Too easy. I thought it was funny when the two of them were talking at the school, and he was like, "Oh, I'm 25, whatever," and she was like, damn, it seems like I'm most like liked by 11 to 24-year-olds or whatever." And he's walking away, and he was like, "I was 24 for a whole year." Give her a little look. I was like, "Hell yeah, Dewey, talk that talk." Hell yeah, Dewey.
Awkward ass Dewey getting in the win.
Good man,
God.
Dewey.
You know, Dewey and Courtney Cox in real life were married.
Did not know that.
Really?
Yep.
Didn't know. What's his name? Who's that actor?
I forget. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
I don't know. But damn, I didn't realize they were together.
Yep, they were married. And he actually did make an appearance on Friends, too. He was going after Ursula, Phoebe's twin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I just think that's kind of funny. Just thinking about it. I actually found that out at dinner tonight talking to my mom, my uncle, and they were like, yeah, he was in Friends.
Pretty good.
Pretty interesting.
Pretty good. You know what I thought was real good about this movie from like an actual like movie standpoint? I thought I thought the like suspenseful music. I think they did good with that.
Yeah.
Like as funny and like kind of corny as the movie was, I thought the music fit like the mood. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the music definitely
It
did
did.
fit the mood.
Like I thought that was real good by them.
Yeah, I think
I
a
agree.
lot of slasher and horror films really use music to their advantage to set that ominous suspense. I think a lot of them do a really good job, and I thought Scream did an extremely good job doing that.
Yeah.
Um, the scene when Gail gets in the van and she's trying to get away,
Kenny's on top.
so funny, and he just slides down. And there's blood all over the windshield.
Slides
She wipes it
down
off. She's like, "Oh my
right on
god!"
top.
And then he slides down. She's like, "Get off my fucking car!"
She's like, Kenny, I'm sorry, but get the fuck off my windshield. Swerves him off.
Where?
She's like, I'm sorry.
Uh.
Swerve.
So funny.
Dead limp body goes flying.
And I don't
Poor
understand how
Kenny.
she couldn't. One, she couldn't hit the brakes when she was driving towards Sydney. She couldn't hit the brakes apparently, and Sydney also couldn't just move out of the way of the car.
Didn't make any sense, dude.
I was like, what? And she ends up crashing into the tree. I was like, oh man, she's probably dead off that impact. I doubt she put her seatbelt on.
Doubt it. Yeah, I remember thinking like, yeah, she's dead for sure. Like that's you can't hit a tree going that fast and just live. It's not how that works.
But
And then
still ends
she
up being,
comes back later on, takes the fucking has the gun,
yeah, exactly.
has it
That's
on
exactly what I was
safety.
about to say. She ends up
Does
being
have it on
the
safety.
unlikely hero, and she fails the first time, but still is the unlikely hero, saves the day.
Talking about that whole gun thing. I thought it was crazy that right at the end, when you see Billy dead and Randy's like, all right, this is where like the person you think is dead comes back, and he like jumps back up and alive. Sydney just boom right through the eyes, like right
Mhm.
perfect shot in the middle of the forehead. I was like, that's
She
some
has good aim.
cold blooded. I was like, that's some cold blooded killer, just like pow, like right off of instinct. He just moves and she's just quick draw, bow right through the
Sipping
eyes.
down
I was like,
close.
holy shit. I was like, oh my god.
See you later.
Just right through the middle. I was like, god damn.
Classic bullseye.
God damn.
I also thought, speaking of Randy, I thought it was really funny when he was shit faced on the couch, nobody else watching Halloween, and he's like, he's behind you. He's behind you. And in the meantime, the killer is right behind him.
Is quite literally behind him, just sneaking up on him. Yeah.
And I also thought directly after that, Sydney and Kenny were in the van watching the video, and he says how he's like, oh, the killer in the house. And he turns around, and then he's like, wait, the 30-minute delay, or 30-second delay, not
30
minute.
second delay.
But how do you just forget about that 30-second delay? That's his job.
It's your
It
one
It is your
job.
job.
That is his whole
one,
ass career.
One job.
The 30-minute delay, the 30-second delay. I keep saying minute. The 30-second delay ends up being the death of him, literally.
Literally. Poor Kenny. Cut the neck.
I thought it was real slick how quick that happened. It was just a quick, whoop, like as he was turning, he just went.
Literally
He
just out of
turned
nowhere, he
with the
turns
blade.
and just bop. Dead. I thought that was a real sad death.
Yeah, I had to give this movie
Kenny
credit.
didn't deserve that.
There's some good, gruesome scenes in this movie. I give it that, which I liked.
Yeah,
For sure.
Kenny didn't even get to lick the Cheeto dust off his fingers.
Poor Kenny. Kenny just got ripped on the entire time. The whole movie, Courtney Cox is ripping into him about being fat and slow, and then he just out of nowhere gets sliced. And poor Kenny,
Poor
thrown
man.
off the top, dead body thrown off the top of the car. Like
No
the
fucks given.
audacity and the disrespect. That's your coworker right there.
Kenny
He gets
get
all the good angles for you.
coworker, and then literally at the end of the movie when it's like settled, she goes on air from right outside the house right after all of that shit just happened. She should be traumatized and not on air. B, she just has a new cameraman immediately, and she's just acting like nothing happened. And I was like, Courtney, girl, come on.
She said,
Well,
yes.
Show a little bit of respect to Kenny, whose body's probably still over there that you threw off from the car. Like, give the man a little bit of respect. Take the day off to find yourself a new cameraman.
Well, the thing you got to realize is this was her big break. Right there. That would have been her big break as a reporter. Because she straight up said how she was a shitty tabloid journalist. But that would obviously skyrocket her. And also, I think that she also just uncovered one of the biggest mysteries in her whole life, where she thought that I forget the guy's name, the weirdo that was accused of raping and killing Sydney's
the
mother.
mom. Yeah, I forget what his name is, but she always thought he was innocent.
Yeah, she thought he was innocent, and at that end scene, she was proved right.
Yeah.
So she obviously is super hyped up. After that, she's riding high. She just survived gruesome attack.
Just the worst.
And hit the two highest highs of her career, possibly. So
yeah,
she could be in good hopes. Didn't seem like she really liked Kenny, anyways.
fair.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie. When Kenny first got killed, all I could think of was South Park, and I was like, "Oh my God, they killed Kenny!"
They killed Kenny. You bastards.
Those killers really didn't do a good job at all trying to chase
Nope.
down Sydney.
Horrible job.
They were
Horrible.
struggling
So
so
bad.
hard trying to kill her.
It's embarrassing.
Do it. It really was.
I thought it was funny how I guess I don't want to say clumsy, but like how easily they like fell, like the killers when they were in costume, how easily they like fell or got hit with something and just like totally would like flop back.
Yeah, they would
and
wipe
just
out.
all sorts of shit, just wiping out constantly. And I was like, damn, weak, buddy. Like, come on, stay on your feet. Damn.
Obviously not athletes.
Clearly not. Clearly not.
But towards when Sydney was in the closet, I thought it was so funny that she put the costume on.
Me too. Me too. I thought
Like
that was pretty funny.
Of course, she had to put the costume on.
Payback, dude.
Little
Payback.
poetic
to
justice.
avenge her friends and family.
Mm-hmm.
Give them a taste of their own medicine.
I just remember thinking the first time, I was like, when she comes out with the umbrella, stabs him with the costume on, and she's standing over him, I was like, Sydney, you got to get that costume off right now before Dewey or any other police person walks through that door and sees you in the costume.
Well,
'Cause
Dewey
then
was half dead with the knife. He had the knife in his back out on the porch. The guy was practically dead. I thought he died. I didn't think he was going to live.
Me too. I thought he died.
I didn't
too.
think Dewey was going to live either. Well, he only had the one stab in the back, and then he was in the ground. Because then the guy comes in, takes the knife back out of him when he goes to chase Sydney. So he only had that one, I guess, stab. But I mean, only. It's a knife. It's a quite literal knife in the back. Quite literal knife in the back.
Definitely could have hit the diaphragm, the lungs, the heart, the spine. Could have hit any of that.
Could have hit.
I really didn't think he would be alive after that. But
lessons how to kill people.
At least you got that kiss out of Gale, right?
Facts. True. Can die a happy man.
I thought it was real clever of the killers to kidnap Sydney's father.
Oh yeah, because that's who they were gonna frame it on. That was
Uh-huh.
genius.
Yeah.
I didn't understand how when Dewey is looking up his hotel reservation, when Dewey's looking up the dad's hotel reservation, how is like he's not registered there. That part doesn't make sense. Because the dad's the one that's like, hey, I'm going out of town. I'm staying at this place. Even though they kidnapped him, he should still have his reservation there.
No, but he
Unless he wasn't actually
didn't
had one
check
there.
in though. That's what he
Well,
was
Dewey
saying.
said he wasn't registered there, so I took that as he didn't really have a reservation there.
This is semantics. It doesn't matter. He could have just said he was gonna pull up there and be like, "Hey, give me a room, guys."
Fair.
And he probably wasn't going on any special trip. He was probably going on some quick like business getaway, business trip type thing.
Fair enough.
I'm just making assumptions, but he just called to see if he was there, and obviously he wasn't because he was tied up in a closet.
Yeah.
The fact that he was tied up in that closet throughout the whole party, he must have been like, "How the fuck can't these motherfuckers?" He could have been banging on the door or something, kicking around. Someone would have heard him. They would have been like, "What the fuck is this man doing here?"
Like, why is this guy taped? And here, first of all, yeah. Just, should probably help him.
Yeah, but obviously didn't happen. I thought it was really funny when they were in the kitchen explaining the whole plan to Sydney, and they started stabbing each other before the job was even done.
Yeah, how dumb
Yeah,
can
I
you
was.
be?
Yeah,
How
I was
Why
bring that
would
up.
stupid?
Why
What the
wouldn't
hell was
you
going
wait
on there?
until after? And they did a real poor job in stabbing each other too.
Terrible job.
Billy was the full psychopath, and he really stabbed Stu deep. That first stab, I was like, he's gonna
Yeah, he
bleed
was
out.
going in, dude.
Right in the gut. I was like, oof, this man's gonna die.
Because
Stabbed
he's a
him a few
psychopath.
times.
Yeah, the first time he only stabbed him once, though, I believe. When they were
Yeah,
passing the knife
originally,
back
yeah,
and
he
forth.
stabbed him once, and then they switched knives, and Stu jabbed him a little bit.
Yeah, he just nicked him though.
Yeah.
But Billy put that whole goddamn blade in his gut.
Convinced he wanted to kill him.
Yeah.
Guy's a psychopath, dude.
Oh, he definitely did want to kill him.
Oh, it's one less person who can rat on him.
Exactly. Tie off all those loose ends.
But yeah, how dumb can you be to do that before you're even done?
Yeah, you can't
Your main target, Sydney,
It's stupid.
still alive right in front of you. The person that
And the father-
you're framing, still alive right in front of you. Why did you not finish the job and then be like, all right, let's stab, make it look like we got out of there alive? How dumb can you be? How stupid can you be?
Stupid
Pretty
teenager.
stupid.
That prefrontal cortex is just not developed enough. No critical thinking skills.
Dude, that's common sense. That's just common sense.
Stupid head.
Finish the job and then cover it up afterwards.
Stupid.
Obviously. Crime 101.
Facts. They had it all planned out to a T, and they couldn't get the ending right.
They could not execute it, dude.
The easiest part, the most obvious part, they didn't do it right, but they calculated and did everything else perfectly. Couldn't do it.
Baffled me.
No.
But I thought it was really funny when Billy's bleeding out, and he's like, "I think I'm gonna die, man." Just his whole demeanor while he's actually bleeding out, about to die, was super funny because he was kind of laughing. Well, he was drunk too.
He was.
But the fact that he would get drunk when he's trying to have this big night also doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you want to get drunk after the fact?
It would make more sense, definitely.
That's a celebration.
If I was about to go around and go kill people, I think I'd want to be as clear-headed as possible and not drunk before having to go kill people.
Yeah, I'd want to be the most clear, sharp, and coordinated as I
I
possibly
want to
can.
be sharp between the ears at all times if I'm going to go kill people.
I want to be as sharp as that knife.
Facts. You need to be able to think. You need to be able to focus.
And you can't be stumbling and bumbling when you're trying to chase after some people that are practically sober. I mean,
Exactly.
You're just giving them a huge leg up in this whole fight.
Facts.
Ridiculous.
What an idiot.
But Billy
What a
was
bunch
sober.
of morons.
Stupid.
The brains of the
moron.
whole operation.
What a bunch of morons. I just can't believe Stu's whole reasoning was peer pressure.
Peer
That's what you
pressure.
get.
Dude,
And dude, when he was like, my mom and dad
Get
are
outta
gonna
here with
kill
that.
me.
he was like, my mom and dad
That was
was so
hilarious.
mad. I was like, you're gonna
My
be
mom
in
and dad
jail forever.
He's saying they're
They're
going to be
never gonna
mad
talk to you.
about the cops when he was a murderer.
Yeah, it's like, come on. Come on. I thought it was funny that Dewey drove them to the party
Oh, yeah.
in the cop car.
And
I
he
was
pulls up into the party and he grabs the beer out of one kid. He's like, hey, you're underage. And then he hands it back to him. He's like, oh, I'm just playing. Have a good
He was,
time.
I'm just kidding. He was, I'm just kidding.
Don't drive.
Uh,
Don't drink and drive, kids.
He goes, just watch the driving. All right,
Solid.
Dewey. Dewey's like that cool RA that you have, just doesn't care.
He's like when UP pulls up. Remember when UP pulled up when we were at Jalen's dorm?
Oh my god, dude, that shit was wild.
That's kind of what that reminded me of. Just stop in, being like, hey, be careful.
Just like, hey, we know what you're doing. Just be careful. Meh, that is what it is.
Some of these cops are cool, man. Some of them are real cool.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But yeah, I couldn't believe the Peaky Blinders intro was in there.
I was so happy about that.
Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it.
It fits perfectly. The red right hand, just killing everybody.
Bum, bum, bum. So good.
JC, you need to check that show out.
You have to.
I'll get
You
to
have
it,
to.
dude. I'll get to it.
I
You
don't know,
have to.
You got a bunch of shows you need to watch. You need to watch The Sopranos too. Trevor, you also need to continue
I
watching.
need to
that.
keep watching that. Yeah, I need to keep going. Did you see the Sopranos meme that I sent you the other day?
Did I? I probably did.
I think I texted
I
you
don't
it yesterday.
remember.
I thought it was funny.
So, what would you guys rate this movie? Out of 10?
I'd give it a 7.
Out of 10, yeah, like a 7, 7.2. Good for what it is. I like it. It's a classic. But I mean, it's not a great movie.
Oh, not by any means,
Classic.
but I really enjoyed it.
I'd give
I
it
enjoy
a
watching it.
4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 for me.
Oh,
I just couldn't. I didn't find it scary. I didn't find it, having a good story. I found it too funny. I don't know. For a horror movie, I want it to be like very, very outgoing. This movie, I don't know. It just wasn't for me.
You just didn't hit the expectations you had.
fair enough.
I thought it was like it's an iconic movie. Like when you think of like Halloween and stuff, you think of the mask from Scream. That outfit. Don't get me wrong. I just thought the movie itself, though, just I don't know. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't good.
It doesn't make you feel any sort of way. I
No.
understand that.
Hey, fair.
I just looked at that meme that you sent me.
I think
Dad,
it's
did you have a podcast?
Do
And
you
it's
have a
just
podcast?
Meadow and Tony, driving. That's amazing. That's really funny.
I thought it was funny because that's the scene where she's like, "Dad, are you in the mafia?" He's like,
He's like,
He's like, "Shut up, shut up, shut up."
I don't know how to answer this,
He's
honey.
like, "Hey, who told you that?"
I'm in waste management.
Waste management. We should get into waste management. You guys trying to get into waste management?
It's a great career field. Trying to paint houses too or something, buddy?
I heard you paint houses. Yes.
Yes, I do. Anything you need.
But yeah, I liked it. I enjoy that movie.
Yeah. It was a real euphoric feeling watching it. I love watching older movies just because it gives me that euphoric feel. I feel like I would have loved to experience life throughout the whole from the 70s on. Just all those movies
Agreed.
when I watch them, I just get that feeling. I'm just like,
Agreed.
life back then, it's just we have no
It's so
connection
different.
to it at all just because we grew up completely different with all the cell phones and technology and all that.
It's just so
You can't really
different.
relate to it.
We're just too much individuals now.
Totally different world.
You know,
Totally
we're too
different
stuck
world.
to our phones, our laptops, anything. We don't go out.
And we're really
Hang out with
depending on people to
people.
be stuck onto their phones for this, listen to our
Yeah.
podcast, watch our videos on YouTube. I really think everyone should just watch the videos just because, I don't know, look at my face when I speak to you.
Oof.
That's what
Damn.
I'm.
Damn.
All you listeners on Apple, pull up the YouTube. I'm still having trouble putting this on Spotify at the moment. Hopefully, by the time this episode goes up, it'll be figured out. But it is what
Hopefully. It is what it is.
We hope.
Oh well.
Yeah, so, guys have anything else you'd like to say about this movie?
I think someday when I inevitably win the lottery, I'm gonna claim it in a Scream mask so no one knows that it's me. I see people do that all the time. I see that on Instagram and Twitter. Whenever someone wins big in the lottery, they go to claim it. They go to like sign the shit with the Scream mask on, so no one knows it's them.
Yeah, because they don't want their family begging them for all the money.
They don't want family and friends begging for money. I don't hate that.
I don't blame them.
I don't hate that at all. I'm gonna do it. Or I'm gonna claim my money with those fake glasses and the big nose. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
I would claim the money in the Guy Fawkes mask.
Fair.
Or in the Dali mask. I don't think you guys have watched the show Money Heist, but the Dali mask is the mask from Money Heist. And I would say that's the more recent version of the Guy Fawkes mask. Just my take on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. JC, you have anything else to say about this movie?
Have a watch. Go check it out. You know, I thought it was okay, but who knows what you guys think if you go check it out.
Yeah. Let us know what you think about this movie down in the comments section below.
Please.
Or in the reviews. Leave us a nice review if you enjoy it, please. And if you don't, give us a 5-star review and tell us how shit it was. So we'll actually read it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna refuse to read these 1-star reviews.
Yeah, nah. If you want us to be bashed, bash us with a 5-star review so we at least see it.
Yeah. Or comment on our YouTube. Just bash us.
That too.
And our lives.
Go
Go for it.
Well, looks like that's gonna wrap it up for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed listening to the podcast. And check back next week. We will be watching Ghostbusters, the original Ghostbusters.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.